talk about fashion business, talk about sewing and fashion designing and turning it into a business. When I started my career as a fashion designer, I couldn't afford to have a seamstress. So it's about learning more and more about sewing and different sewing techniques, perhaps practice on commercial patterns and look at patterns that are a little bit more complicated than what you would normally use or do or try out, and learn the different techniques. Another thing that you could do is go and have a look at top retail clothing stores or top boutiques. Go and have a look at what's on the inside and see how it's made. Learn some ideas, learn different techniques, different finishing off, and maybe incorporate those designs of finishing off details into your sewing. And before you know it, it becomes a natural way of the way you do it. I started off with doing trousers for very tall people. Now, there was mainly woven fabric, it was not stretch at all. So I perfected my trouser patterns and what the different body problems are for someone that is perhaps very tall or very petite, that was struggling to find trousers that fit them properly. So I could quickly identify what was the problem areas within a trouser for a few more techniques. I was understanding body proportions, how to adjust my pattern, how to understand my client's body proportions and shapes, and also body problems. It's important to learn how to sew, even if your long-term sort of goal is not to do the sewing yourself, but you need to start there because perhaps you can't afford to employ your own seamstress or to hand it over to, a cut, make and trim manufacturing company, and it gives you good sort of understanding of the garment construction, how long it takes, the intricacies of manufacturing a garment, and also understanding the basic patterns of the designs that you are creating or making for clients, because you could be designing custom designs for clients working from home to eventually open up your own studio and other premises and then offer designing services. Or you might eventually go, start with an online business where you've got your collection and you're selling it online, or you are supplying directly to boutiques. You're not quite sure yet where you're going. Finding your niche market is essential, but start somewhere and you've got to build your confidence. And by starting to sew first and, doing customized garments for clients or small collections, you are building more and more confidence, and then you can step into different directions, learning more and more skills. And once I could afford to employ a seamstress or two, I knew exactly how to construct the garment, and if they were a bit more confused about a certain design that I have done, I could actually sit behind the sewing machine and guide them and show them exactly how to do it. And also once I gave it out to CMT, I knew how long it would take to make a garment, so they couldn't, kind of bullshit me and say to me, oh, this is very complicated and take forever, because I had a very good understanding about the garment construction and the pattern making as well. So this is Tania Sutherland. I hope this gave you a little bit of, more understanding of what you need to do just to up your game in the sewing and fashion industries, turning this into your business. If you enjoyed what I've just shared with you, I would so appreciate if you just give me a thumbs up, a like and a share, just to grow my channel so I can just share more and more and more with you. What I'm really excited about to share with you is that not just my patterns and my sew along tutorials are coming up. Part of my academy is where I'm showing you how to take correct body measurements, how to adjust your measurements within a commercial pattern, and how to trace it off according to your true body measurements as we real people. We're not just a measurement chart. We have curves, probably 3 different sizes in one fit. Your bust could be one size, your waist another, and your hips another size. And I show you how to trace it off onto soft paper. Then now you've got your own pattern. And then to make up the garment and then do a fitting. So with the fitting, you can see, okay, what is wrong, where do you need to take in, where you need to let out, and then to go back to your pattern and to readjust your pattern that it fits absolutely correctly, and will make your sewing and your designing journey so much more smooth sailing. So watch this space. There's so much to happen. I'm so excited to share it with you. So this is Tania Sutherland, and I will be sending out weekly videos on series of also starting your own sewing and fashion business.